Welcome back, everyone. Direct Hawkins with again for some more Ymir. So we have been playing this all week. If you're keeping up with it as it goes, it is now Sunday, and we're wrapping up this mini series, or pausing, I should say, this mini series after this episode. So I want to get a lot done. I let some time pass in between, went and had dinner, put my little girl to bed, those sort of things. Came back and no disasters had happened, which is amazing. What had happened was there was a bear, or three bears, that decided to... Okay, there's a story check. That decided to come to the village, so we all played dead and just slept in our tents and let them take whatever they wanted. Which meant they cleaned out a third or half or whatever of our food stocks, and then they rapidly just restocked those food stocks. So, what's been going on now? I managed to get another 10 or 20, I think 20 more housing put in. And we got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 housing up here, and another 60 housing over here. Our population has been creeping up. We now don't have enough houses for our people again. Conflict is stabilized at 57, which is pretty harsh. And loyalty is stabilizing at 65, give or take. Now, other than that, we have 425 populations, 108 actives, 107 of 121 jobs are fulfilled. So some improvement in that category. We have new technologies that we need to look at today, and we need to get a lot done. So look at this pile of new techs. Watering the plants is interesting. That will be a, I don't know, some sort of harvesting improvement. We don't have builders. Okay, never mind then. Using dirt, that's inactive, so we also don't have any of those, but that'll allow us the new type of housing, which is awesome. Let's do the houses warehouses with the traders. So this is allowing us to have proper standardized warehousing. So let's see if we can get that one successful. Looks like it is a 92% chance of success. That's great. Domestic kitties, okay, improving storage, I like that idea. Whoa, that's way more farmers than we need. God, how many farmers we have. That's crazy. Let's get 5 of them working on that project. The idea, salt is kind of like the wheel. It doesn't do anything directly, but it is prerequisite for a number of things. So again, we're going to get that going right away as well. We've managed to stockpile 163 wood, 38 hammers minus the like 20 plus that we did there. Bunch of stone already stockpiled. We're actually increasing our pottery slightly now since the populations come up. We have leather stocked all over the place, wool stocked all over the place. So we've got to improve a few things there for sure. Pointy sticks we can actually do spear technology. So let's go ahead and do those as well. We have 5 blacksmiths, can get that going. Master the work of the new type of weapons. There we go. Salt is successful. Yay, I don't know what it does or what it leads to, but it's something. Improved storage is going to be a big deal, actually. So let's look into that. I've added a bunch of storage here to make sure that we have we're not overflowing. Warehouses are these ones. They're a 3x3. They take one person, and they house a capacity of 160 versus a capacity of 16. They have 10 times the capacity and only 2.25 times the space. Let's throw in a few more of these storage units in here so I can safely remove some to work in the area that we want to, which is not here. It is more, it is more over here that we want to start in. So I'm going to remove those buildings right here. This stack right here can go away, and this stack can go away. That should shuffle all the things over to the other spots. Pointy sticks was successful. Excellent. All of those succeeded in the first try, which is fantastic. The other thing I want to do today is get the gift economy replaced with our magical new technology. We don't have obsidian to do that one. We do have tons of meat, so I'm probably going to just go ahead and do this nonsense to get it out of my way, because I hate having it there, and we'll waste 50 research, or 50 food. We could do the 25 pottery thing for the forgotten pot. We don't have those. Organized construction, we don't have builders yet. We need inactives to do mud buildings, and watering the plants needs builders as well. So I'd love to get builders going. Can we actually do that? It's a government building. Builders over here across the road from the doctors, maybe? Maybe. Or up here. Let's go up here. 2 builders. Okay, probably only low priority for that one. And I would think probably high priority for that one. Lovely. There is the way of the beast. Succeeded. Excellent. So that allows us... Oh, hello. And... Come here, kitty. Excellent. That is another upgrade. So storage now, or granaries can be upgraded. So we do... it's just stone, hammers, and wood to upgrade those. So we're going to upgrade all of those right away. Now that's going to bump our food storage out of these things. It's going to kick all the food out of them, which is fine, I guess. We also have our new warehouses, which we want to put in place. I'm leaving a space for a road there. And we're doing... that is not exactly how I wanted that to work, but it'll work, I guess. Let's put a 3-pack in there. Let those finish up. They don't take too long to do. 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes, but once we get our builders operational... And actually, we're going to be building a lot right now, so I want to pop those up to high, and I want to fill them all with staff to make sure we have lots and lots of building to boost the efficiency of this. There we go. 2 there. I think they might disperse them. I'm not 100% sure if the workers disperse over the various different projects or not. The amount of construction work this building is currently getting from the profession of builders. So we should have a resource called builders. Yes? Yeah, 9.6 builders. I guess you guys are... Oh, don't do that. Not the button I meant to press. I meant to click off of them. I guess not all of you are getting work? No, we're getting about 10 work. Okay, so they do disperse them. So one building, this one's not getting them. That's fine. Once this one finishes up, and he's quite quick at that, we're gonna pop the speed up a little bit. And then I guess I can go to building and deconstruct this. We have the storage space over there. That's good. Get rid of those. Then I'm going to switch to more storage, and we're going to put a row in here as well. There we go. Now we get this building is 12 seconds away, 1 second away. Excellent. All right, now you guys can do... You guys will all be, I guess, do we do regular priority? I don't know. If we allow everything, that's fine, but we could also go with restricted and call in specific things. Like over here, I could go restricted and allow... I could allow flint here, for instance, and then say get max, and they will pull in a bunch of flint, except for they won't... Why, is it a lack of staffing? Do we not have flint? Apparently we have no flint whatsoever. Okay. You get stone then. There you go. And get max. Nobody's working there. We can pull stuff in. Okay. That's good to know. So you don't need to be employed there. Now, staffing is going to be an issue. But we are going to be able to pull a lot of resources in to the area. Let's say you can have leather. Boom! 160 leather in there. That's excellent. We have tons of leather, so... Let's do the same thing here. Draw in a bunch of leather. Lovely. Okay, and it doesn't matter if they're staffed, as long as there's access to that stuff. Right now we are stockpiling leather, so we don't actually need to draw out of this storage, which is fine. What else is heavily stockpiled? We could allow wood in here, and we could draw in some wood. Boom. And over here, let's say we do restricted, we do hammers, we do axes, and we do hoes. Let's get all of the axes in here, all of the hammers in here, and all of the hoes in here. And there you go. Alright, how's the staffing going for here? Not great. I guess you're fine, because we haven't needed you much. So that's a huge amount of stocking. Look at all the stuff that's starting to empty out. So let's go here and say, most of our storage is actually stuff that we've got overly stocked. Right? That's a 160 capacity building right now, and there are upgrades to those, I believe. If I'm mistaken, let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure there's an upgrade for every one of these, for this variety of buildings, to allow us to do even more. Actually, I want to go over here, because these are all now, yes, they're all now supposed to be stored. Can we get max? Now, we've set the stockpiles differently on these, so I can actually go ahead and say forbid that, and put you to sleep. I can also, well, that's got 80 in it, okay. I can tell this one to also allow beans, for instance, and I can get the max beans in there. For some reason that's not working. Where did my beans go? Fairly sure that's supposed to work. Who else is hosting all my beans? Where'd all my beans go? I mean, I know I've got 80 of them, so where are they stored? There they are. They're randomly all over the place. Empty. Get max. Forbid. Allow beans. Get max. It's 40 of 80. Oh, you know what's going on? These are all half-loaded stocks. So, empty all. And then if I say get max and get max, you should fill them both. Good. That's what was going on. Because we upgraded these tiles, individually these 4 tiles were each housing 10 corn instead of 20, which meant there was no actual slots available. So that's important to note. If I empty all and then I get max again, we should have only 2 slots full. Yes? Good. Okay. That's a thing. So that one's offline now. That's more efficient. No flint. Let's see. You could get, you could allow, instead of allowing flint, you could allow all the copper ore and all the copper bars. That'd be great. And maybe you can bring the javelins and the spears in here. Don't know if we have any spears. I guess we got some from the initial event. So spears and javelins. Copper ore, that's good. Okay, I like that. What about, is there any others here? This one is kind of just an everything. Okay. So empty all, and let's say you can, empty all again. You can take in leather cloth and not wool. I already have a bunch of those. And leather, I guess. So go ahead and get the max of the clothing types. Is there any of those? Yeah, and get the max of the leather. Perfect. New idea, countering blows. So this is shields. To protect yourselves in hand-to-hand combat or against enemy throwing javelins or arrows, we could try to craft light armor of wood and strong leather that soldiers could carry on one arm to counter blows. This would be the shield. We can get our artisans working on that, and that's fantastic. Okay, so that'll be a new tech upgrade for military. So this alone has emptied out almost all of our storage. Look at that. That is incredible. I'm going to actually activate him again. Instead of putting it elsewhere, I'm going to restrict this to meat and say get max there. And we should basically have no more meat sitting around in any of these. That's wonderful. And I'm going to go ahead and find this. Such a huge difference in the storage space, right? I mean, look at all this empty capacity we've got for new, to put housing and different industrial work in there. And all the rest, because we have real genuine housing. Or real genuine storage, I mean. Let's put in these last 3 in a line here, which should allow the rest of my housing once finished. Now they're getting 4, you see that? 4 there. What's this one getting? 4, and this one should be getting 1. Right, because we're making 9. So that's not like 9 per building, that's 9 total dispersed across all our buildings. Now you can allow shields as well then, please. No, that's spears. I guess you didn't do that. That was the wrong one. Forbid. Where's the weapons one? That's this one. Allow wooden shields, please. They can have 8 different items, because the corner one doesn't count, but 8 different items, each of them housing 20 per stack. So in this case, they've got javelins in 2, copper ore in 2, copper bars in 1, shields in 1, and spears in another. So they can put, like this one, all wood in a tile, or they can do various different things. We have a ton of leftover wood elsewhere. So I'm going to actually go ahead and assume that we've got enough capacity in these 3 buildings left to use all of that, to get rid of all of that. We might need to hire up staff for this. I'm not sure if we need staffing in these things to fit. No idea. Where'd all my resources go? Out onto the ground. Okay, not good. Not destroy all. I want to gather everything that's on the ground. They shouldn't be leaving things on the ground anymore. Those should be piled up into these tiles here. Now, this only holds 8 varieties of things, and right now there's 7 already, and 30 wood, so 2 of the tiles are covered in wood. That's fine. There's more to be stocked in these that's going to keep rolling in. This one, you can get max, and get max. Good. We could actually go like this and say, get max. Oh, we already had the spots full. We could say this one and say, get max wood. So they'll grab all the wood that's available still on the ground. Actually, they grabbed some wood off of here too, which is kind of annoying. Get max should pull things from anywhere except for some other place that is already... Oops, why is that being demolished? Because I clicked the wrong button. Oh no! Or it didn't finish and I was just being dumb. Countering blows is successfully completed. Excellent. Any other technologies that we can do to improve things? No, not that. Nope, we need jars. This we need, but we need builders. Oh, we have builders, that's right. Come on, 5 builders. Give us some construction dudes. Irrigation's going to require builders as well. I don't know if we've got any. Oh yeah, we got 5. Good. Oh, we didn't start that other project. So there we go. We'll do that one. That's more important than the organizing construction. So we got that done. Now let's see. We can change up a few things here too before we make the big change. All of these guys can be upgraded, right? No, we can't because we don't have mud. Oh, I didn't gather mud all this time. Well, that's a thing. Clay. Oh, right. We didn't get the mud gathering tech. That requires some inactives, which we don't have, do we? No, we don't. How do we get inactives available? I mean, I could temporarily say to all our farmers, just go to sleep. I wish there was a way to alter that more aggressively, but I guess not. Farmers is probably the best choice, because we've got 9 by 3 here worth of farmers, just in these small areas, and maybe we'll shut the clay off. There we go, and the stone. There we go. We should have enough to have a few inactives now. Eh? 6 inactives. Perfect. Everything is going to go to crap if I leave that off, but I'm not leaving it off for long. I want using dirt to do the mud dudes. There we go. Mud building. And that opens up the new houses, soil mining, and cobblestone wall with stone building. That's fantastic. So we can get better walls, we can get better houses, and we can start gathering soil, which is amazing. Soil miner actually gathers a few things, but in our biome, he's only going to gather... to you too. He's only going to gather dirt, I think. I'm not sure, actually. I don't recall where the charcoal gatherer comes from. He might be same as a flint gatherer or a mud gatherer or clay gatherer. I don't remember. We'll know momentarily, because it's about to double down on this. Oh, not the success. Well, we got the dirt, using dirt, so we can go ahead and put all these guys back to work. Wake up. Wake up. You wake up. You wake up. You didn't wake up. I told you. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, guys. Come on. Get to it. And then over to the bean farms. We've been here before. Terrible, terrible dad jokes. There we go. That one and this one and one more. I don't know. Maybe a 5 or 6 year old would think it was funny, but whatever. Okay, so that's dealt with. Our population should be all back to work. They are indeed. We have, where's our farmers? Apparently only 12 of them registering, and minus 14 growth. Well, shutting off the farmers is probably not good for our business. They are all critical, so they should automatically upgrade with the next tick. Irrigation failed, so we can go ahead and try that again. Because that's going to be a big deal. That improves something to do with farms, I'm guessing, but I don't recall what. Barter economy, we definitely want to activate. As soon as we got that mud thing, I think that opened up our new housing. Yes, number 2 housing. We're going to need mud gathering. That is soil mining. Excellent. Okay. Soil miner can go down. We can put one in here and maybe one on this side. That's awesome. You guys are going to go to basically critical priority. No, you know what? Regular priority, but I'm going to force higher to you. You might get adjusted later. But we need enough to get things rolling. I want a good 20 or 30 of those right away, of that mud right away, because that's going to improve our capacity to make new buildings. Speaking of which, we have a whole lot of farming upgrades to be done. Now, we have axes up the wazoo right now. They take mud every time to upgrade. Okay, well, we'll wait then. Not great, but we'll wait. Drake's a little impatient on everything. We're making 3.2 mud. That's good. These new houses are going to be amazing. I think we'll go ahead and continue the housing growth there. Watering the plants succeeded this time. Do not know what that did. Irrigation does what now? Technology-wise, irrigation tech irrig discr 1 allows I don't know what. Okay. Let's see. Did it have any instant effect on the efficiency of our farms? Well, if we had people in our farms, I have no idea why these guys are set to critical and not responding to grow. Come on. Go back out and come back in and maybe they'll reset. We're not getting much of a chance to get ourselves set up with our agriculture. Oh yeah, you may have noticed on that screen, we have an army, standing army. Just to offset, I put them in early to offset because I was going to be AFK for a while. Put them in to offset any loyalty issues. It's actually I guess a 10-point off balance. So we added 10 Truffleton's Bloodhounds, the Javelineers in defending as well with these guys. So we got 10 attacker, or 10 army and 30 militia. So let's see. Have we now stopped auto-starving everyone? Nope. Apparently you guys are still not going to connect. Now I know some people are going to say it's because you're prioritizing everything. This game is not a prioritize, it's a tier priority. So everybody that is on a high, regular, or low should give up employees right away to a critical facility. It's just not doing it very aggressively, probably because I manually shut them off and turned them back on, and it didn't know what to do with all that. And that's fine. Well, we'll have to go through and rehire the farming staff. That's unfortunate, but like some of them took because we have 12 farmers. So somewhere the buildings accepted and started housing people, but not everywhere. And that's going to have killed probably a dozen or 2 dozen porcos out of our entire colony. See, we're not producing any corn right now. And since we have a lockdown on the stockpile, they won't have actually been using the stocked resources anyways. But it has to be there so that we have seed stock for upgrades. Alright, so now we should have 3 operational farms of every type. Looks like we got people bobbing around there, working away. Now, the upgrades, well, that didn't take long. Upgrades are going to essentially shut down the farms temporarily. I'm just going to go ahead and all of them, because it's very little resources compared to what we've got. Since we're still running on super fast mode, it'll happen faster than I can make it change. There we go, and here we go. Okay, now upgrades like crazy. Let's have a look at these in normal speed. You have 20 people, or 20 fields, and you're now down to 69% efficiency. That is fantastic. There, and maybe there? Yeah, that works. 1. Oh, you guys are going to run into each other, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Oh, no, you're going to fit right on by. There we go. How many is it going to take? He's going to take, that's 26, and he's at 90%. Okay. And there. 27. 28. You got to be close there. We're at 97%. Alright, there we go. We're at 100% with 29 fields. Guy's making 2.7. They're almost making 1 per porco. That is wild amounts of food right now. So you need another 7 total to make your production levels reach the optimum point. Oh, really? Really, we're going to be like that? Yeah, we are, and we're actually going to have to shuffle that whole bottom line over. Come on, game, quit being so laggy. That works. We're just gonna have to squish them all over once to move the whole line, to make space for that last one to fit in on the edge. This is why I waste the space when it's nice terrain with good yield. We are going to very, very quickly run out of yield space, out of farm space for all of these guys. Now, we're not setting up a society that's ideal for effective financial trade between regions. So you're full at 100. You're at, you got 22 spots. What was 100? 29? Okay. You got 22, so let's see if we can up you to 29. Sometimes you want to consider things like productivity compared to trade. So having one city that produces 3... Where's that hunting spot? I do not want to cover that hunting spot. There. So I can actually... don't think I can put one in there. Probably cannot. You don't want... Sometimes you want to have like a territory that will specialize in one crop, because then it can sell at a larger volume to another location. I don't always agree with the way that he set up the agricultural trade and stuff. It doesn't entirely make sense to me, but I'm no economic genius. But I think that people, you know, when it comes to eating, that people want to eat more than they want to compare prices. Missing a hoe to finish that. Oh, right, because we've had our hoe production off for forever, or not off, but low enough priority that it's basically been like turning it off. We are really killed our population there. Wow, we were at 405 when I think we started this episode. We killed off a lot of people when Drake did that just to get mud. We have tamed some wild buffaloes. Really? We could get buffalo farming then, I suppose. Should we? Do they produce enough food to make it worthwhile? I mean, we're gonna end up having to run them in like 0.2 stuff near our farm, or near our forestry, but not a bad idea entirely. Now, why are you not getting builder assistance? Builders have tons of workforce coming out. And apparently, they can't help with the ranch? What'd I do? Okay, I think the game froze on me. So I will be, yeah, because I can't see the game right now. No, I've got an error message up in front of my screen. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, it looks like we are loading up again. I had a little bit of an issue with the crash. Took me a bit to get it back, but we'll see. See if this boots up nicely for us. Come on, game. It's a beautiful piece of artwork, but let's go. All right, looks like we have it. I think we have the right type of farms in here right now, too. I do believe we are heavily short on materials, however. Yeah, we're entirely out of hose. That's disappointing. We are stockpiling a crap ton of lumber, though, which is a little strange. Let's go up to the blurry part of the world here. And once it loads up, I can actually... Come on, guys. Come on, map. Come on, load it up. There we go. I can actually set all but a couple of these guys down to low priority. In fact, let's set them all to low priority. Maybe we'll leave one functioning at regular priority. That should help us balance. Like 330 timber sitting around is a little excessive. You got like 100 to 200 and some ticks worth of fuel sitting in stock there, so that's a little crazy. Okay, we'll leave that guy on regular. Maybe, if it'll load. There we go. Leave him on regular. All the rest can go down to low priority. Because, yeah, that's a lot of unnecessary workforce focus there. 7 of them, I think, total, eh? Oh, no, we got another one down here. We got 8. 8 woodcutters in total. Today's going to be a bit of a long episode, so hope you guys are enjoying it and you're prepared for it. I mean, I always see the icon on the bottom of my screen. I'm like, is this too long of a video? When I'm looking to watch one, so you'll already know before I do how long this video is. Okay, things we need to attend to. Housing outside the zone needs to all be upgraded, and I think what we'll do, since the rule is simple, when I delete this, it gives me back a resource. When I upgrade it, okay, I can click here to upgrade it to a house 2. You see what happens up here? 0.5 hammers and 0.5 leather. From demolishing the house. Alright? So that house in the corner has been demolished and is currently being rebuilt. Let's see when it finishes. Real close here. It's actually got some serious builder power going to it. 12 life quality and 10 health. That is amazing from those buildings. The old ones were, well, let's see. The old ones were 10 and 6. This is a 12 and 10. So a massive improvement. So I'm going to actually move this guy, because I already upgraded him and spent the money. We'll come over this way and add the next row of housing in here. But aside from that, I'm going to actually build from scratch the rest of these buildings. Oh, look at that. They kind of randomize. There we go. That's the last of our mud. We are stockpiling mud at a fairly substantial rate, I think. 1.6, that's not a substantial rate, that's half. You go up to full, please. Thank you. Alright, now, how are you guys doing? Are we still harvesting enough? We have a surplus of copper, and I think we still have an increase of copper ore, which means we're probably not making axes right now. That is exactly what that means. Okay, our axe production needs to go to high priority because he keeps getting bumped. And I feel like that's not great for the long-term growth of the Empire. Also, our hoe manufacturer down here needs to be put to high priority and staffed. So we can get some hoes rolling in again, too. That would be awesome. Do we not have the flint for it? We don't. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Probably because our flint stuff is set at such a low priority. We have too much of some more stuff again. Oh, really? Really? Let's delete. You know what? No, just let this finish. It's only 20 seconds to finish. These houses are in. Good. Now, I can actually delete some houses as I go here. We don't have the mud to do so there, but let's go ahead and just one by one just delete these houses. I guess I could just do this, right? Right-click, buildings, click there, go like this, get rid of these houses. Boom. Thanks. Now, I want to move all of it up to the top. I want to upgrade it all, and then I want to go with our improved commercial scenario here. There we go. We should suck in all of the resources sitting on the ground before too long. It only delivers a bit at a time every kind of tick as it goes. So please remove all this stuff that's piled up on the ground. That would be lovely. Why are you not... are you able to get more pottery? Yeah, a couple. I don't want pottery sitting in multiple spots while there's space. Oh, houses deleted. Good. Well, there's space for other things. But man, we do have a lot of stuff stored here. Are we still generating? We are still generating wood. Okay. Alright, guys. Come on. Come on. You go down to low. And let's fire all of the workers for this, because that's silly. We don't need workers making logs when we have so many other things that they could be doing. Like making flint. Although I bet you our flint is still turned to low, so maybe there's a hierarchy of reasons why they go to different resources, but you also house? No. Okay. So now are we making flint? We are actually making a bit of flint. Okay, that's good. I think we're going to turn the flint up to regular, because they've all been running basically in off mode the whole time. And if we put them to regular, they won't, the lumber industry will not steal them. And that one is regular. Okay, good. And you guys we need to probably hire up enough to get this going so that we've got a full complement of flint production. There we go. We're actually surplusing a little bit. Teeny tiny little bit of surplus for the flint. That's good. Alright, because we're going to need all those hammers production going again, and we're going to need the hoe production going again as well. Housing, go back to making some more of these. We have enough mud and some axes in surplus now. Not a lot of axes, but some. Axes are basically the copper tools, copper age tools. So as you imagine, in order to go into all these copper age buildings, you need to really keep a solid, just like before when we needed to have a solid income of stone hammers, we need a solid income of axes too. We are not producing a max on this, are we? No, we're still not making enough. Okay, how many are you guys going to need? What is it? 2 for every 1 hammer, huh? I think they can produce 1 at a piece. So we need 2, 4, 6, 8-ish flint production. We have 3 point something? Yeah, that's not going to cut it. Not going to cut it. Not at all. Let's get that flint boosted substantially. Way over time. But we're going for a long episode here to end the week off because I want to get a few more things done. I basically want to have another day to record, but I don't. So, or day of videos, but I don't. So we're gonna go with just a long day of episodes, or a long episode today. Let's go with 1 more flint gatherer as well. There's got to be another spot not far from it. Yeah, there we go. Down here, we can put in another 1.6er. And hire up your crew as well. There we go. Now, what's our production like now? Really? Fully functional. 8 using 7.7. Okay, that's more like it. Now we're going to start pumping out all of those hoes and hammers and, well, I guess axes as well. We're only making 0.2 in the axes. Wood is only dropping by 0.5. That means we're not fully functioning in our smelting capacity. Okay, let's look into that. All of these guys working in this housing is not, or this stuff is not great. Not great. The housing capacity, or the staffing capacity, is not able to handle everything I've put in. So we're going to have to balance some of that. Again, the only thing I want to focus on right now is getting these houses operational. Before we go up to barter, I want to get those houses done. And mud is the waiting point for that, so we don't have enough in the regular, we don't have enough workers in regular priority buildings. We probably have a bazillion extra meat production, so let's drop that a little. 1.9 surplus, we'll drop it even by one more. Now we should have a negative meat situation by 0.5. Good, I like that. Leather is, well, we're not using it. Would be nice if we could, but we just don't have the staffing to do that sort of thing right now. We got this wool farming that is going crazy. So if I shut you down, will we lose the production? Or you guys just gonna sit there, or are we gonna lose all those llamas? How are we possibly surplusing llamas right now? Oh right, because we shut down some of the. Oh, I was gonna get you to work on some buffalo, but I forgot to, and so that sucks. Okay, you're gonna go to sleep. And we have a surplus of llama, and I think we'll go with also putting this guy to sleep. Because there will be enough llamas to keep these guys going, and we don't need the extra meat right now. We have so much wool, like we have 450 of it. That's wild. When we use up textile, does it reduce it rate of 2 to 1? Yeah, it does. So I'm gonna go switch you to regular and let you work. You'll start actually reducing our stockpile quite substantially, which will be nice. Oh, I didn't wake you up. You know what? No, 1 is fine. 1 is fine. Okay, that's better. We'll start using up some of the wool. We're using up tiny little bit of the meat. Copper is generating, but not great rates. Are we understaffed on any of these? Okay, no, we got the full 1.2 coming out in copper, and we're using up one of it, which means our foundry should be working fully. He's using 1 copper to produce 0.5 copper, or 1 copper ore to produce 0.5 copper bars. And then that means we're using 0.4 from this guy. Why is he short? 0.4, huh? You're not using, by any stretch, everything you can, so why are we... Oh, because we've got an order to stockpile 20 copper. Let's tell him to just stockpile 10. That's better. We might need more for other techs. I don't know if we need more copper bars for any of our technologies, but that one we're not doing. We're waiting on pots for that, and we need, well, we need the builders for this one. We have them, and we have the supplies. So let's go ahead and do that while we're here. That might lead to new technologies. Always want to lead to new technologies. How's our pottery situation? We're not generating any, which means our people aren't getting that need met, that furnishings need met. Yeah, need met. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. I'm not sure that we need to do that right now. We have 147 stone, so we can actually shut our stone generating off entirely. Put you back to sleep. That's 3 more employees available. We could use some of them to let pottery start trickling in. That would be nice. How's our mud ratios? Our mud, there it is, 2.4. That's not quite as much as we need. We should have... yeah. We should have more than that. There we go. maybe. Or maybe not. There we go. Fully functional, and you're just grabbing guys from the other side. Okay, well it's gonna have to be what it is. We got 21 in store. Let's go ahead and increase our housing line again here. There and there, and I want to also look into our community. We're at 52, so we really do need to add another forum in here. Now, we could fit a forum there and a forum there, but that's the doorway. It's the gate. And I don't really want to do that. I think... I think we put one there. This guy can move. Somewhere. I don't really care. You can just go out of the way. Go stand by your buddies there. And then there was another building that we should have put in a long time ago. Oh, there's our architects. The tribal council needs to come in here somewhere. So let's do that. So let's throw the tribal council right in here. We have a couple of builders up there. Can we put an architect in? Is he a relatively small building as well? He is. Excellent. I don't have a clue what he does or what he's used for. They are architects. They're a completely unique set of units. That's fine. Builders no longer need to be high priority. I'm going to switch them down to regular. If things just take longer to build, that's fine. If we're getting the resources for other things, that's our organized construction for the architects. Excellent. We can now build cobblestone walls, which is pretty fantastic. Mud and stone. I like that idea. What's the ratio? Is there information about that? Yeah, structure is 12 versus structure 12. Okay, solidarity is increased. Cover is better. Alright, well, not a real improvement. Although the maintenance cost is substantially less on stone. That is important. That'll be very important because we have a ton of timber walls we're using right now. It's going to kill our economy. In fact, it's going to be so bad on our economy, I'm going to remove them. So let's go in here, stop buildings. Infrastructure, is that walls? It is. Okay, let's remove these walls entirely because I just remembered the cash cost of doing excessive walling. We will do excessive walling. Perhaps when we return to the game we can do pretty awesome construction things now that we've got the basics operating, but this cost is going to be through the roof, and it's not effectively guarding anything because, well, because it's just not, because it's not a full wall. Until we actually properly seal the place in, it would be kind of redundant to have some walls in random places versus this sort of scenario. I don't like the idea that they can just walk in and raid stuff, but we've been in a very peaceful corner of the world so far, so which is fantastic. I don't mind that at all. How's our research numbers? Are we okay for knowledge storage? Yeah, we're over the 300. We have almost 100 points more than we have culture, so we would have like a bunch of stuff we couldn't do right now, like the construction forums and so on. So let's rush these housing and get the rest of these upgrades in for the houses, and then decide what we're going to do next for our population. I'm wondering if maybe we bring the rest of the housing up here, because we're just running out of space. Entirely running out of space. Let's put some housing in here. I suppose that'll work. Like so. Now what do we got? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 90 housing so far. We need about 150. We have 107 right now in our population. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. We have enough housing for everybody, but some of them are down in the lower cost housing. I want to upgrade to the better cost housing. We need some more axes still, so let's have the time run fast here and keep things rolling. I thought about doing a little bit of cut and paste on this one, like creakity crank banging around. Like basically saying I'm gonna, you know, step in, step out sort of thing and do... Oh, we don't have clay. We can use clay, shall we? Do we not have clay storage? Yeah, we got some clay stockpile. We can do justice to our justice. Office officials, probably we should have them high priority. These guys should be critical almost priority, eh? The old pigs. I mean, they're only old pigs there, right? No other porcos are going to work that job. Architects need paper. Okay, so that's totally useless. I cannot make this function at all. Interesting. Okay, we'll go to sleep because you might as well not be operational. People should never be working there if they don't have the resources to do it. Okay, I could go ahead with maybe some more large housing in this spot. That would probably be okay. Something like that. Where else? Are we going to put some more housing in? Yeah, it won't fit in there. I'm wondering if we don't really have space to shove these right across from the gate. It's not ideal. I guess we go down to the south or up on the Silver Hills. Let's go up on Silver Hill here. There is... No, let's not. Let's not do that. Let's go down this way. We have the capacity to upgrade these guys to kind of decent outback housing. So we'll go with like there. Oops. Missed. And then this. We have no more housing for that. Okay, you guys can now remove all of those buildings. Right there. Boom. Goes away. What did we learn? Pushing heavy weights. Sledge. Alright. Using wooden sledges sliding on greased rails, we could easily move really heavy things such as stone, improving the efficiency and speed of our builders. Excellent. Let's get our builders to work on that then, because that's fantastic. 26% chance. Good thing we got a lot of leather stockpiled, because we're going to use it. Okay, now we have removed all the basic housing. That's fantastic. You guys need to move to here, and you could upgrade to the housing 2, the house 2. They're right now large house 1s, which is fine. I need what to improve this? Basically nothing. We can put in one last row of one last block of housing here. Man, Drake, why do you keep misclicking? Like that. Okay, that's another block of housing. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 of the medium, the mid-level houses, the level 2 type of houses, and then 40 of the level 3. So that's all right. Yeah, 130 housing isn't the cap I wanted to hit. I wanted to go to 150, but 130 will house everybody that we need. There's the first successful failure of sledges. We successfully failed at making sledging. 26% is an atrociously low number. Victory conditions. Most educated people. There you go. See, our education level has gone way up with everybody moving out of the crap houses. 25 intelligence now. That's fantastic. Average population health is 30. Their average life quality is 14. They've come a long way from the crap and junk that they were in. Making cubes of dirt. Ooh, brickwork, huh? These are miners. Let's get the miners to work. We have quite a few of those, I think. Yeah, we sure do. Lots of lumber, lots of mud, and some hammers going into that project. That is quite the project. So right now we have all this stockpiled stuff that is of value to us, right? So like we've got all this wool, we got all this, we got all these, you know, piles of things already stockpiled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin the clock a little bit, make sure everything is nice and balanced, and then we'll come back and we will hit the agriculture tech. Or not agriculture tech, the economy tech. Oh, fail. Pushing heavy objects, huh? Well. I don't know. You know what? I'm really, really loving this. So, perhaps we do a bonus. Perhaps I will end this episode and we'll come back and we'll do another episode and it'll come out today or today or tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a double whammy on the Sunday edition for this, because I'm absolutely loving this, and I really, really, really wanted to show you guys the disaster that our country is going to go through the moment we activate the policy to switch to fair exchange. So I'm going to put in a cut here. We've got a fairly prosperous town that is only mostly heavily inhibited by its major conflict. And its decreasing loyalty in spite of its growing population and growing culture, because they just can't handle everybody running and stealing everything they need all the time. It's disastrous, it's a big mess, and it's not working out great. So we are ready to go to the next stage of our economic evolution, but to do so, we're going to fail this pushing heavy things a lot and see how few leather we have left by the time we're done. But we're gonna finish these, restart that tech, and let's see what this one is. Idea. Sewers. Well, really? I've never seen that. It requires shovels, which is not something we can do. That is a Bronze Age technology. Well. Looks like we're stepping into nearing the end of the Copper Age as far as tech goes. We have a lot to do, though, so we're going to barter the crap out of our economy, and we're going to barter the crap out of our game, and probably crash and burn. So let me know if you guys want to see all that in the next episode, and if you're really eager to get back into this, as I am, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button so I know that you're with me on this one, and questions, comments, and suggestions for what to do next is super appreciated. Let me know if you want to join us for next week. Yesterday we should have been doing the stream for the Saturday stream, and it's a different world altogether. So it's not this game, or not this map. It's a multiplayer real-time where we started way behind by taking over a Succession territory. And Truffleton there is not as effective as failing at technologies as this one is. We are the masters of failing at sledging. Mind you, a 26% roll is like saying you got to get a pretty darn good roll on your 20-sided on your D20 in order to win. And I would not gamble my pseudo D&D life away on a 26% chance. Not often. I certainly wouldn't win it often. Alright, so thank you so much for joining me. Hit the like button again if you're enjoying it, and let me know what you want to see for a possible return to this series in the future, and what other weekly ideas, so new games. I'm looking for new style games or games that we've done before that we might want to see a revisit because of major changes and updates. So let me know in the comments below, and shoot me a message over on our Discord if you'd like. Its link is down below, and any support that you guys want to give to the channel is much appreciated, but mostly the most important support for me is that you're enjoying the videos, watching them through. And if you want to comment, feel free. If you want to just lurk, please do. You can check us out on howtofailatbuildingsledges.com. No, that's not a thing, or maybe it is. Probably is. Every website is a thing. Want to check us out on Discord, go for that. You want to check me out on Twitch for our Saturday stream. It's the only one I can really hopefully do consistently at this point, but maybe with time we'll put in more. Thank you everybody for joining me. This has been a 7-day test of Ymir. We might have a bonus coming up, possibly. We'll see. I really want to see what happens next, but I don't know if we've got the time to do it. We'll see. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you in game.